before I deliver this car, I gotta make sure it's working. So I gotta put it to the test.
Winters around Nick's garage are not exactly perfect for street performance. Some days, you're lucky just to make it to work. But Nick works all year round, building dream muscle cars for his customers. And sometimes, in weather like today's, that can mean doing things a little bit differently.
Hey guys, welcome back to my shop here in Nick's Garage. I've got a beautiful Roadrunner here that belongs to Gaetan, one of my clients that bought it last year. And he brought it in early this year and he said, Nick, I have some issues with it. He had an issue with an oil leaking at the rear seal on the bottom of the engine and the back, of course. And of course, he wanted to go into detail with the painting of the motor because it was all aluminum heads, aluminum intake, and it wasn't painted the way it comes from the factory. I told him that I have to remove the engine to replace the rear seal because I have to remove the oil pan. Of course, much easier to replace the seal when the engine's out of the car. And then at the same time, he's asked me to put the engine on the dynamometer. He wanted to see what kind of horsepower it's gonna make. So we had the engine removed, installed on an engine stand, replaced the rear seal, and then we went on to the dynamometer and made some tests. We have a problem. But we had some issues with valve floating or backfiring at 5,500 RPM, which the issue was that he had weak valve springs. So then of course we took off the valve covers and of course we replaced all the valve springs so we can rev it up to 6,000 plus RPM without having any backfiring or valve floating. And of course, you know, when you have a beautiful car like this with a 426 Hemi equipped with the air grabber with a 4-speed and a Dana 60, of course you want everything to work perfect, and that's what my client wants. And then after we had the engine painted, we had it installed because you wanted the cylinder heads to be orange just like the engine block, and of course the intake manifold. So we did the detail. Then after that, he's asked me yet another issue with when he puts the car in storage for a few weeks. My client asked me, Nick, when I put the car in storage for 2 to 3 weeks, it takes me a long time to start the engine because I just keep cranking. That's because when a lot of these cars with multiple carburetors, 6-pack, 6-barrel, 426 Hemi or whatever, the carburetors go dry, the fuel evaporates, of course. Then you gotta crank and weaken the battery and of course wear out the starter. All the cars today equipped with fuel injection have an electric fuel pump in the fuel tank. As soon as you put the key on, the fuel pump primes the injectors and starts the car right away. That's one good thing about electronic fuel injection. But in this case, of course, you got carburetors, they go dry, and you gotta mechanically bring the fuel to the front of the car by mechanical fuel pump, which is on the engine that needs to do a few rotations on the engine to get the fuel in the front. So what we do in this issue is I install a little electric fuel pump at the rear fuel line right beside the gas tank, so that he has a switch from under the dash that he puts on for a few seconds, within 5-6 seconds, just to prime the carburetors and fill them up with fuel. And then let's go to the switch, and of course when he cranks it, carburetors are full of fuel and it starts right away.
Now before you even crank it, all you have to do is prime the switch, which is right under here. Hold it on for a few seconds like so. You hear the pump roaring there for a few seconds. Let go, and now it's ready to crank over and start.
And then again, you don't wear out your battery and your starter, so it's an easier start and it's a lot less headaches, and it starts and it goes well. Like I've said before, many of my clients come in with one item, one issue, and then when you fix that, after that, they bring you a list. Okay, so now we've done the oil leak, we've figured out the horsepower, we've done the valve springs, we've done the detailing. Now, he's also asked me to install a line lock. A line lock is something that you lock your front wheels, called a line lock or a roll control, that he wants to spin the tires and make a spoke show. But for him, it's a difficult situation when it's a 4-speed car. You got a clutch and a gas pedal to play with. Then, of course, the solenoid, which is already installed, you can't see it. As big as my fist, is down underneath near the frame rail where you can't see it. But like I was telling my client, we're going to open the hood, and you don't want to show anybody the line lock. So we have it hidden underneath in near the frame rail under the floor pan, which is out of the way, not interfering with anything, and it works just as well. And then I said, if we're going to hide the line lock, why don't we hide the switch and the light? So every time when you buy a line lock, it comes equipped with a light and a switch. So then, of course, my client didn't want to put this on his pistol grip shifter. Like I was telling everybody, every car comes with a switch and a light. They are there, they do other purposes. But in my case, I will do purposes for what I'm going to show you right now. And now the last thing I want to do with this car is make a burnout with the line lock that we've installed that we have not tested yet. So first of all, we got to take it outside. Look at that! I want to bring it out and make a test to test the line lock. Now look at this, snow all the way around from one end to the other. Oh well, let's go try it inside the shop. First, you guys, you don't do this at home, okay? I'm a professional moron who's going to do this in my own shop here. Of course, as you know, like we all see, there's a lot of snow outside. So you know what? Before I deliver this car, I got to make sure it's working. So I got to put it to the test. But first, I want to show you guys something. You know, my client didn't want me to put this line lock switch on the pistol grip, so we had to do something else. And of course, here's the light. But here's the trick to this. Put the key on. And of course, now we all know this is the horn, right? And there's the handbrake light. So this is what I do now. I flip a little switch here. I take off the handbrake. And look what we've got now. You press the horn again. What do we got? No horn, but a line lock. And of course, the light is replaced by the handbrake light, which is over here. The emergency brake light. Like so. And now we know we got the line lock working. And we put it in reverse. We're ready to go. And here we go. Here we go. Let's back up. Go. Press the brake, press the clutch, put in first gear, and here we go. You see the line lock's activated, I'm holding the horn, light is on, and here we go.
That's sick.
So you guys make sure you don't do this at home, okay? And there, you see that? There it is. There's our line lock. There's our horn switch. And there's the light that activates the line lock. Then I put my old customized switch. And then back to the horn. And there you have it. Wow, now we could open the door. Okay, you can open it. There you have it, you guys. So now we know it works fine. And of course, like I was showing you guys our trick that we don't use this light or this switch. We have everything working like from the factory. Isn't that neat? This was so much fun, I'm gonna try it one more time. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And there we have it. Oh boy. You guys open the doors,
Sick.
man.
That's sick.
Open the doors. Check this out. Hey, open the door. Open the door. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna open the door in the back. There you have it, folks. Like I said, don't do this at home or anywhere in the shop or in your garage at all.
That's what we call quality.
Okay, my smoke alarm is gonna go off any minute right now.
Fuck, look at this.
It's okay, let's get some doors open. And now we know that the line lock works. It's ready for delivery. And of course, we can see there's a lot of snow outside. There's no way I can test it outside, but then again, I had to make sure it works. So I put it to the test in my shop. And of course, it's dangerous. I don't want you folks doing the same thing. I've done this many times before. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I've been experienced this in smaller shops, by the way. But anyways, it's all done and ready for delivery. You know what? I'm going out to get some fresh air. You guys, I don't know, you guys can do it, man. I gotta go outside. Let's air out the building, you guys. You know, I would prefer to do it outside, but in our conditions right now, look at this outside, you guys. There's no way you could check a line lock out here. There's no way. Whew. It's snowing again. Look at that, looks like there's a fire in the garage. And there you have it, the line lock works. And I'm happy, it's done. Vasily, good job, buddy. Boy, those stars really went up in smoke, eh?
Yeah, crazy.
Look at that, eh? Look at that. This is where you melt the rubber. Check this out, man. Check this out. Look at that. Anyways, I just wanted to show my viewers, you guys, we just wanted to make sure the line lock worked. We put it to the test. As you can all see, the switches work, lights work, air grabber works, brakes work, gas pedal to the floor, gone, and it stops, and we're all good. Ready for delivery. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.